Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Avgn 1 and 2 Deluxe Totally Perfect Nerd Trophy walkthrough, and this is episode 31, and this level is called Virtual Insanity, and it is the first level in the final tower. In the last episode we got the final part of the flux capacitor, and when you have all the parts of it you unlock the final tower. And I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that we are getting close to the end, and the Totally Perfect Nerd Trophy is now within reach. There is a total of 36 levels in this game, so not much left to go. The bad news is that the remaining levels, some of them are some of the hardest this game has to offer. And this level is definitely not an exception to that, because I would say that this is one of the absolute hardest levels in the entire game, and I don't want to deter you in any way. I am here to help you get through this, and hopefully you will be able to do so without getting too much frustration. I think that the title of this level, Virtual Insanity, can be quite fitting if you try to rush this. The thing is, the secret to beating any of these really challenging levels is to never get frustrated. If you get frustrated, you start making mistakes. But the good thing is, I would recommend pause this video and break it up into sections, because this level is challenging, and it also contains quite a few death blocks. All the ones they couldn't fit into God Kelpus, they pushed into this one. That's basically it. But this level is also inspired by Nintendo's failed console called the Virtual Boy, which I think was supposed to be like a semi-handheld or fitted to your head. I have tried it once, and it came with a little stand, and I think you were supposed to be able to attach it to your head at first and have it like freely on your head, or just mount it to your head with like a strap. And I can say, from being a person that has tried it out in a museum actually, but I'm gonna talk a bit more about that, that wouldn't be a very good idea to keep it just strapped to your head, because it was on a table stand and it was quite heavy. And I got the chance to try it out a few years ago. Me and my girlfriend were in Stockholm on vacation, and we went to the Technical Museum, and it had an exhibition called Game On, which showed video games throughout the ages, all the way from old Pong consoles up to modern day video games. Yeah, it must have been after PlayStation 4 was released, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, so they were the most recent consoles there. And they had all types of games. As I said, there were Pong machines, there were NES's, SNES's, Famicoms, arcade machines, pinball games, you name it, they had it. And the best part was that you could play all of them. I could have spent days in that exhibition, I'm not gonna lie. But since we were just there on vacation, also there was a rainstorm. We got super lucky because we had a museum day while we were in Stockholm, and we went there and realized we didn't even know that the exhibition was still going on. But we went there, and just as we started moving up towards the front entrance, it started dripping a little bit outside, so we were like, oh, it's gonna rain a little bit. And then shit kicked off. There came such a rainstorm, it started leaking in through the ceiling of the museum, so they actually had to close some of the exhibitions temporarily so they could mop up all the water. Interesting experience. But that was a bit of the reason why we didn't spend all day there, because as I said, they started closing down shit. But it was a really fun exhibition, and it was fun to try out the Virtua Boy, but it's known for two things. Just a quick note before we end this episode, that it was one of the first attempts at 3D graphics, and it was also known for inducing headaches, and I can say that both of them are very true in my experience. The 3D effect was surprisingly well done, and after only 2 or 3 minutes I started to get a headache, but I'm not gonna rant on. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.